Hey guys, welcome back. It's your girl Tasha. It's the new year, you guys. Well, we're heading into the new year while I'm filming this video. January's coming and there's that feeling, That feeling of, did I do everything right? Am I prepared? That heavy feeling. It was just so overwhelming for me because for the past 2 years, I was actually back home in Jamaica. So, as I was getting ready for my day, it was so hard. It was so hard. I had to stop myself from crying. That was kind of a way for me to reset. So, I'm like, what is this? Oh, my stomach is going off. I'm like, what is this year gonna look like without me doing that? I felt like I needed it. It's like I'm kind of worried. I'm super sad. We just have so much to deal with these days. January just puts so much pressure on us. Well, most of us are just trying to catch our breath. We're just trying to keep it together. I realized while I was winding down to the end of the year that I simply needed more rest. I feel like a lot of people actually need more rest. Our brains and our lives have just been go, 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 go. Especially if you're a parent who brings your kids to school and then you have to get on with your day, cook dinner, and like you're just constantly going, you need rest. And because you're just so filled with always doing, it can come across as lazy. And that's the crazy part. It's like, no, you're not lazy. Why wouldn't you need rest? Like, that's what they want you to think. But we need rest. You need to re-nourish back your body because your health is actually more important than you think. You need to take that into consideration because when I tell you the healthcare system is not for you, I was recently in the hospital with my dad for over a month. And the way I see they deal with people who need help to get back to their self, feed themselves, just the whole shebang. You want to take care of yourself. You want to prioritize your health. If you have time off, even from work, and you're able to take that vacation to replenish your mind and connect back with your pitney them and just reset your energy, you do that because your health is at stake. Because once you can't be mobile anymore and you can't function the way you need to work and pay your bills, what do you think is going to happen? Especially if you don't have proper insurance. And even if you have proper insurance, the mind games that the system will play on you, the way they will bombard you and overwhelm you, is crazy. They're not looking out for you. They're looking out for their pockets. Not only it's like I'm going to take time to rest, I actually want to be able to live a more healthier lifestyle when it comes to my body, when it comes to my mind, less stress, all of that. It's the simple shifts that will help you grow this year. I want to pour more into myself. I want to do more decluttering. I want to spend less time in other people's lives online and more on mine, basically. Because you could forget yourself while you're doing all that scrolling. So that's one thing for me. If you want, you can share it in the comments and reflect on it together. But yeah, share in the comments what is something that you actually want to stop doing this year that you think could be very beneficial to you before adding the things that you think you want to take on. Because sometimes you just be taking on so much stuff and you go add something else to the list. That's when it's like, whoa, the year has gone by and there's nothing has changed because you added things before you took away things. Growing is so important in this life. Growth is so important. When you grow, it's like you have more discernment too. I realized that discernment is so essential, especially this year. To me, it's like we're living in such crazy times. Times have changed so drastically, and that's why a lot of people are so drained, because it's like you're trying to figure out life in a world that has changed so much. That quiet growth is what matters. And when I say like quiet growth, like sometimes I'll be walking in the mall and I'll head to Chapters or Indigo. Is it Indigo now? I'll head to the bookstore first and I'll look for books that I love to read or books that can help me grow mentally, because something that really stuck out to me this year recently was when I went to Walmart the other day. And I have this habit of calculating what I'm purchasing when I'm putting it in the cart. I always know my total before I go to the front. I don't have a calculator with me or anything. I just mentally calculate things because I'm such a budgeter, especially when it comes to my shopping, because I know how much I could spend and I ain't going over that unless it's like an emergency or something. But when I went to the register, the lady was so amazed with the way I was like, oh, that came up to exactly how much I wanted it to come up to. And I'll just make little comments about my shopping or whatever, and she'll see how like I budget my shopping and what I pick up, and just budgeting my money properly. And the lady at the register, she was an older lady too, and she was like, if it's one thing she wished she learned more budgeting when she was in school, she wished she learned how to, you know, get a proper mortgage. And she was just talking about just learning more about her finances more than she know now. She realized that in school they didn't really teach you that. And to me, that is true. Like a lot of the things we did not learn that in school. Like, I'm not trying to say like the education system sucks, but it wasn't really beneficial to life right now. So I just feel like just understanding beyond what is given to you in your face and just going and seeking out knowledge elsewhere, doing your due diligence and having your own discernment and wisdom is just super important going into the new year. You want to take that extra step to learn what's going on around you. You want to take that extra step to budget this year if you have to budget. Stop that overspending if you have goals that you need to reach, you know? When I heard that lady in the Walmart say that to me, I was like, you know, that is so true. You would wish that they would teach you these things, but sometimes they gonna just teach you what they have to teach you. Everything is not for you to win. So you have to do the things that are for you to win, you know? So I would suggest taking this new year to really, you know, fall back on a lot of things and do the things that will help you grow. Do the things that will help you really see yourself and that will reach you further to your goals. Sometimes a goal seems so far-fetched because you're not even doing the simple little things. So take the little steps in order to get where you need to go this year. You are so much more important to yourself than you really truly think, because time can catch up on you. Friends can turn their backs on you. Family can turn their back on you. Anything could happen in this life. To me, sometimes it feels like the world's out to get me if I don't be on my P's and Q's all the time. If I don't understand certain things, I realize like I'll be left astray. Like I will be doomed, you know? So learn the things that will benefit you, that will help you be a better version of yourself, to start that business that you wanted to start that channel that you wanted to start, to leave that job that's been draining you, to get out of that relationship that is not filling you up and is only filling up the next person. Like, take this time to rest, reflect, and grow and learn and discipline yourself. Discipline is so essential, because sometimes you don't get that goal done because you weren't disciplined enough to stay on the task, you know? So that's just some little insight thought that I was like, you know, we're going into the new year and I just want to make it a better one. Even though I'm not flying away and resetting, I'll eventually do that. Maybe I'm supposed to do it in another season this year. I don't know, but you know, God has his way of doing things, and maybe he just had a different plan, who knows? And I just have to trust the process of that. Maybe you just have to realize that this year didn't need pressure. It just needed more aligning. What's one thing that you don't want to force this year? Leave it in the comments. I will share mine as well. If you haven't already, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also, if you can hype this video, it's near the like button down there at the bottom. It does help my channel out so much. I wish you guys all the best in the new year. Like, I truly do. I'm rooting for you, and believe in yourself, you know? Anything you actually want in this earth can happen. And you know, your discipline is what takes charge with that. So you'll see a lot more of me in the new year. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.